This is the VS C2 Project record cleaning machine. I have the previous version. This is the one with the, it's completely aluminum. And what's great about it is, unlike the VPI machine, which I used to have, this has an aluminum vacuum tube. So this will never break. I had problems with the old VPI machines. This would always break. It would crack here, then it would break. It was really annoying. With this, it never breaks. It comes with two sets of these pair of felt lips, and you can get these on Amazon for next to nothing. So it's a cheaper alternative to VPI, just as far as the tube goes, and the thing never breaks, which is really fantastic. This is the puck that goes on top. Has 3 little rubber rings. It's aluminum. I put a little black marker note there so I can see the revolutions as they go by. We're cleaning Craftwork Tour de France, a really fantastic recording for particularly for low end and depth of soundstage. This is the Project brush that comes with the machine. For a long time I used the VPI record brush, which no doubt gets deeper into the grooves. And I also would push harder, and I was a little more extreme in the way I cleaned recordings, vinyl LPs. Now I go much lighter on the record. Buzz Goddard, the marketing manager for Project, told me he lets the solution do the work. This is the VPI solution that comes in these little bottles, and you mix it. What is it? 1 to 10 or 1 to 20. I don't know what's in there. You can also use, which I usually use, a solution of 95% distilled water, 2.5% alcohol, 2.5% photo flow, which is a surfactant, which helps the solution to spread around the record. I also usually use this, which is a color applicator for women doing their hair, because it has it's compact. I cut it right here. It works really well. But I have the Project solution in here. So it doesn't make a lot of noise as it's spinning, which is great. And I'll just show you what I do. The other great thing about using the brush that comes with it, which is almost more like a ladle, using the VPI, since it's smaller, always used to push the solution onto the top, which is fine with this one because it's aluminum. But with the one before this, which I think is just MDF or press board, if you get it wet, it starts to bubble up. That's the same problem with the VPIs. They're just made out of press board. So anyway, I'll let this do a few cycles. Also, what's great about this machine is it goes in reverse. And with really dirty records, you can hear the difference of it going in reverse after you clean it in reverse, because it really just scours the grooves. So, and then I usually do a couple cycles, repetitions with the vacuum, which is loud. But I don't think anywhere near as loud as the VPI machine. Often you'll get a little line, but that disappears and usually leaves no residue. So we'll do the other side. I usually have a little record cleaning brush where I wipe off whatever dust is on here, but it's dropped down there somewhere, so. Not much pressure at all. Just let the fluid do the work. Now, if I had a really filthy record, I would use the VPI brush, but this record's been cleaned many times. And dry it. I usually do, if I have a lot of records, when I'm cleaning it, 3 cycles that direction, 2 that way, and it does take quite a few cycles to totally dry it, but as I'll show you, that doesn't matter. I use a toothbrush to sort of clean off any goop that's left, but I'm extremely happy with this machine. It does a great job. As I said, if you use the VPI brush, which if I could find it easily, I would show it to you. But the VPI brush is about that size and has much stiffer bristles. So if you really need to get into the grooves, it works well. If I'm just using the project machine, I'll usually shake this to dry it a little bit. And she's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that vinyl. She's shining like a baby's butt in the middle of October. Okay, now we'll go on to step 2. This is the German-made Audio Desk System Glass 2. This is the second iteration of the machine. There were some problems with the first one, and I know people have had problems with this one. My good buddy Mike Trey has one, and I think the motor died. And once the motor is dead, or if there's a problem with it, this thing is sealed, you can't get into it. So I guess he has to ship it back to Germany or something, which is a real drag. There are other machines available. The degritter sounds really, really interesting. I think it's about $3 or $2. This was $4. And there's the Kermis machine, which is much cheaper, but requires a lot more work. But Michael Fremer swears by it. I think it's about $800 for the Kermis ultrasonic machine. I used to have a DIY ultrasonic machine that did a great job. I bought the pan and did it all myself, but it was really sloppy and messy. This thing works beautifully. You can definitely hear the difference with ultrasonic cleaning. I will remove the condom. There's the machine. Here you can see there's the 4 rollers inside. There's little rubber lips here. This is great. That's a balance, because you want to have it level while you're cleaning it so the record doesn't turn over one way or the other. Here's a filter, which is basically sponge that I clean. It comes with little bottles. Here's the box you receive with the Audio Desk System Glass Cleaner that has, when I got it, extra rollers. And there's the solution, which again, like most of these, is a secret what's in there. But you put 1 bottle of this in and you fill that up. It takes 1 bottle of the solution. I'm not sure how many gallons of distilled water this takes. Here's the fan. Here are the controls. And you can set it to do 1 cleaning cycle, 2, 3. It's up to you. If a record is moderately dirty, I'll just do 1. And what I usually do with my records, if I'm buying old records, I first clean it on the project, which is already super clean. Then I bring it and put it in here, and you can hear the difference. The way this works, I understand, is ultrasonic, it explodes little bubbles inside the grooves, so it's getting out not only dirt but crap left in there from the pressing plant. And record pressing plants are not clean places. I believe you should clean a new record when you get it, because there's crap in there from dirty air and just all the crap that's in a plant full of rubber pellets and exhaust systems. It's not a surgical hospital clean environment. So I clean it at the project, then I take it over here, slide it in. It sits in there nicely. I actually have this under my television set next to my stack of DVDs. But once I push the button, you'll hear it engage and the water level rises. And once the water level rises, then the rollers go on. I don't know how much contact the rollers actually have with the record. It looks very light to me. But I'm going to set this for 1 repetition. And we'll do a little time-lapse photography, so you don't have to sit through the entire cycle, but you'll get an idea of what happens. Here we go. Sometimes you have to give the record a nudge. I think it's a rather comforting sound. The water's slooshing away in there. I don't know where the squeaking sound comes from. It may be from the rubber lips. Sometimes with multiple cleanings, the rubber lips move in. Just easy enough to push them back. Now you hear it slowing down. The water level is dropping. And pretty soon the fan will engage and the drying goes for quite a few cycles. The entire cleaning cycle lasts around 4 minutes or so. Now when you remove it, there are two little metal lips, or probably plastic, that are holding the record. So you have to get a little gentle tug up to release it, then out it comes, and it's perfectly clean. I don't know how much of that you can see, but sparkling, absolutely sparkling. You can also order, I think they're about 50 bucks, 10-inch adapter rings. Now the first set they sent me, or the first one, wouldn't grip the records, and Richard at Ultra Systems, who distributes this, says, "I bet those are Jazz 10 inches, aren't they?" I said, "Yep." And he sent me this. And now it fits perfectly. It really does a wonderful job of cleaning 10-inch records, but you have to be very careful to get the lips on both sides of the record. Thank you for watching.
Croire en la maîtrise, pour l'épreuve de mérite.